Swain. So it's kind of interesting what this happens with CLG is they don't have dedicated roles. They have sort of champions that people play. They sort of pick champions that they play. So like Hotshot GG, you know, if they pick Nidalee for a lineup, it's going to be Hotshot playing. And if they pick one of those mages like Scion or Swain, it's going to be Elements. It's kind of cool to see how that plays out. Let me turn down the sound real quick. It's a little bit loud. And there we go. So the players are coming across the screen right now. We see Hotshot GG leading the way as Cho'Gath. Go ahead and hide out the chat box. Let me actually shrink the UI a little bit. It's probably a little bit too big for you guys. You don't quite need that. The stream quality should be really good, though, so you can be able to read most of this text regardless. And so we see CLG actually moving down the right-hand side of the map down here, but Epik over on the left-hand side, and they might cross paths. CLG ready to like just rampage through. They camped at this brush first, hoping that Epik would come through the middle and then over. Now they're coming into the jungle invasion. They're going for the little golems down to the bottom of the map. They're going to try to lead their way to victory with that. And let's look at some of the pickups right here. For just random points of information, Ashe opening up with cloth armor and potions, going utility spec but not move speed quints. Does have plus damage. Oh no, it's not even move speed quints. It's the Janna passive. So this Ashe is 21 offense, lots of armor pen and damage everywhere. Actually, pretty much entirely armor pen. So very offensive focused here. Grab Nocturne. Nocturne's got a set of. He's actually Nocturne. Yeah. So one interesting thing is there's a lot of junglers like to run 21 offense just so they have that lower cooldown on their smite and their summoners because they use those to gank. They are constantly burning through summoners. And so a lot of junglers play 21 offense. So even though CLG is invaded and they're going to be taking out the lizard buff, Epik is actually taking over Golem right now. And I think CLG is actually afraid of the level 1 because look at that lineup. And it's like a stun on Amumu, stun on Annie, stun on Taric, tons of damage to Misfortune and Corki. And these guys do stuff, right? They have pretty good knockouts, but they don't have that single target pick that Epik really has. So both teams picking out these buffs right here. You see the Wraiths fall down, the Wolves fall down. Now Epik should be taking over the Golem. If they're not, that's a really big mistake, I feel. So they're actually leaving it, and so they're giving CLG the Lizard for free, and they're not doing anything about that. So they're giving out the Lizard and not doing anything. But oh, they could have camped and tried to find. They could have tried to find Ashe coming back through. They could have camped that brush and just jumped him super hard, but that's not going to be happening. They try to get some damage on the Salts. That will not happen though. Hotshot GG and Elements just walking back to their respective places. Looks like Ashe will be duoing with Janna down here. Cho'Gath will hold mid against Annie, which is really good though, because this guy's going to be able to sustain really hard, and Annie's a good harassing champion. She can cast spells a lot and keep doing damage to you, and Hotshot GG just going to be using that passive of Cho'Gath to last hit and get some health and mana back and never really get pushed out. Up top, Swain versus Corki. This could be a pretty interesting match. They're both very, very strong players, and they're not like super common solo picks. So it'll be interesting to see that play out right now. But over in TSM, actually, looks like Original getting pretty low to some poppy damage. But the score is 12-2 right now. It's looking really, really good for Team Solomon still. 12-2, of course. A great scoreline to have. Elements trying to walk into range. He's last hitting minions pretty well, but he's going to always try to walk in and get some free damage. It looks like Torment will come out and an auto attack. We'll take an attack back from Corki, but overall it's a pretty good trade for him. He's got potions. Actually, both players have potions, so that's plenty powerful. But top lane is going to be just full of damage. Actually, let me lower the sound down a little bit more still. I think it's going to overpower us slightly. So keep that down there. Down to the bottom, yeah, you've got a dedicated healer there, Taric, plus Misfortune. Looks like Big Fat GG not going to take any damage at all from Misfortune so far. Cho'Gath versus Annie in the mid, both level 3. Looks like they're going to be ready to try to put some punishment out if they can. Annie continuing to last hit and just farm up that health and gold. Look at the scoreboard. Top last hits, 14 and 15 here for Big Fat GG and Hotshot. 14, 14, 13 here. So all the lanes last hitting pretty well except for Elements. He's the only one who's actually kind of fallen behind a little bit, but he's putting out some pretty good damage on a Westeros, getting him down to half health. He's now checking down one of those health potions right now. He actually did heal back after the invasion and grab a 4th, I believe, health potion, so he's not going to get pushed out anytime soon. And he's got plenty of damage output there. Looks like he's gotten the offense spec going on, no utility or anything, but does have some flat MR blue, so it's going to help him defend against Elements quite well. And here comes some early damage up. Westeros taking a lot of damage here, dropping down to half again. And here comes Kobe24, and he has not landed the Dustbringer. He will not even get the Fear either, as Westeros will Valkyrie Ghost Flash away. No summoners left on Westeros, and he will actually walk back into range. So good job there by CLG. Actually managed to bait Westeros out into a pretty available battle. They managed to not get anything from it. Dan Din, though, with Golem buff, and of course, actually that's pretty cool. Yeah, he's actually picked up the Golem down on his side, and he's going to be looking for Swain, and this could happen. He's going to loop around the right-hand side. This could be a very, very dangerous location for Swain to be in. So he's going to keep last hitting. But here comes Amumu, who has ghosted. There's the flash. Does he? No, he misses the bandage toss. He misses the bandage toss. Elements juked up and managed to juke it entirely. Still has the rest of his summoners up, though, as far as I know. He is running Ignite, so when it's time for him to kill someone, he can Ignite and do that damage. That's going to help him quite a lot.
That was a really good job. Even with that ward there, he knew he had the flash to work with. Missing that bandage toss, you know, it could have negated the fact that he knew the ward was there as Amumu just placed his near Baron before coming up. It looks like they may actually go for a second one here, as the rest of the lane's doing what they can. Amumu knowing where the rest of the lanes are for the enemy team, so it looks like he will go back to push. The ward there near Baron helping Swain to control where he is, trying to stay within that zone of the XP gain at this point.
A quick update on solo mid versus Whale. 14-2 now the kill score. Just growing that advantage little by little every single time, and a team fight actually going on, so it looks like it's going to be a really, really bad fight for Warelord. I guess we can audio cast that since there's no combat going on right here. Looks like a ton of damage going off in Guardsman Bob. Warwick getting the lowest on health. Will flash away, just barely make it out. Soraka going to get dropped down. They did what she can to save them with Wish, but oh man, more kills coming up from Reginald. He did pick up that kill onto Warwick. Looks like 2 kills to nothing. Jarvan and Alistair running away. Poppy never even made it back. She was already blue pill away. So another 2-0 kill right there. 16-12. Solo mid crushing faces right now. Swain pushed back to his turret once more. Westeros is level 6. Elements could really look for a gank here from Kobe24, who's actually not as high level as you would hope. He's only level 4. He's only keeping up with duo lanes, not with the solo lanes, which is just a little bit unfortunate. He's not gone back for items, really. He's picked up a couple of wards and a health potion. So that's really all. He has not given himself much larger advantages. Element's still getting pushed around. Is not yet level 6. He really needs that level 6 so that he can start healing up on this wave. And as soon as he gets that, he'll be pretty much unmovable from the lane. We'll pick up a couple of these kills and these minions. There we go. Turns into bird form, and yeah, gonna pick up a nice amount of health right there. Doing good stuff. Looks like Ashe now alone against Taric and Misfortune, and honestly, double lift to go for a push here. He could actually probably walk up and land a stun. Yep, there he goes. He's walking. Oh, if he has boots, he could go for it. He could honestly walk up and stun Andy. I'm not sure why they're not going for it. It's pretty much a free stun push, and that's just some free damage. But now he's going to sit in the aggressive brush. He's pushing Ashe out of experience range. Ashe will, in fact, sit there and blue pill back to her base, pick up new items. There's the boots. Let's see what else she grabs. Looks like not much else. I think she might be waiting on gold. There's the Doran's Blade. And she's going to go ahead and go right back down there. No dragon kills. No kills at all, really, in this game. Just lots of minions. Look at the scoreboard real quick. 50, 20. Ooh, wow. Elements not last hitting well. 41, 51, but 50, 49, 45. Epik Gamer is out last hitting this game hard. Elements was not. Oh, this is bad. He could get jumped on from Corki. Will land that missile, but not land the second one. So Westeros is out of mana, and Elements will pill back. So he's not in the best shape of his life. Yeah, Swain is not a great early game laner for last hitting. He's great for harassing, but if you're worried about last hitting, he does not have any of those burst damage spells. And Westeros is pushing to the turret every single time. And because Dan didn't put that ward down, he knew he would not get ganked, and he knew he was safe to chain push. And that was just a really, really good play.
Yeah, Swain taking a lot of damage up top. Elements just keep getting hit by the Phosphorus Blast. You can't really do much about that. As Nevermore, Corki can just jump right out of it, and Corki's able to come back in. It is a waste of his mana, as we saw. Corki could not finish the kill, as you said, on that turret dive. We're going to look at mid here at Hotshot and Salse. Just kind of going back and forth. Annie has her stun up. She will use it, but not. I absolutely decided to drop Tibbers. No reason there. And it looks like he's just going to try to get some last hits here. Push his minions back to the middle of the lane. As Elements back into lane, he's really going to have to focus on these last hits. You can just see him waiting for it, trying to get it to go down. Wards all over by the team right now. Who's yes.
We've got a couple here for CLG. They've got one in right. the main lower jungle. They've actually Clairvoyance and see the EG is taking down the Lizard right now. So Darrow's going to pick that one up and help his laning out quite a bit. But that's about all they've picked up. And looks like there is the surrender vote. TSM will win Game 1 against Disciples of the Great Whale Lord. So they're up 1-0 in this match so far. And we'll be having them get into the second game and keep that one updated with periodic updates as well. But so we've got Elements now chugging through some health potions, trying to get to Catalyst. Is not going to have enough money for it, though. Only has the 2 crystals. And he'll do what he can. Yeah, just host that one up and you know, watch the picks and bans. But Westrise is still doing a great job up top. We see him rocking out 56 last hits. He's actually now falling behind a little bit of his other 2 teammates, 60 on both these guys. But Hotshot GG now, far and away, highest last hits in the game, 75 right there. And he picked up a couple more for herself. But Hotshot, best last hitter in this game so far, doing a great job there. A very farm Cho'Gath is a very scary thing. There's a lot of damage you can get and a lot of durability. We'll see his first few items are, in fact, Mercury Treads and working towards a Catalyst as well. So Mercury Treads, Catalyst, probably a Sunfire Cape to follow. Again, a Catalyst picked up, or going to be picked up on Swain as well. Corki rocking the Tear of the Goddess so far. Has not gone for Sheen, but is going for Mount Immune instead. Meanwhile, Misfortune and Taric laughing away. Yeah, Darius actually spamming laugh while in lane. Just actually spamming laugh in lane. That's amazing. Wow, looks like Annie's laughing a little bit too. This is the game of laughter. Holy cow, man. But yeah, Cho'Gath is last hitting everything. Actually pushing it down to the turret. Really smart idea. Actually pushing Sauce down to the turret. Because they have good enough vision of what's available and what can kill them. He's actually shoving it down so he can take out some of these jungle camps right now. So he's going to kill out one of these guys right here. That ward drops down. EG had placed that one. Hotshot will pick up that kill and walk back down to the lane. 5 stacks of Feast right now. Very, very durable guy right here. 450 bonus health. He's just not going to be movable. And yeah, AoE's coming down, killing more minions every single time.
Looks like we got to raise the sound a tad bit.
You want the sound up a little bit?
A tad bit.
All right. That there. A little bit louder there for us. There we go. I guess my headset volume's super high, so I didn't really notice that it was, you know, what exactly it was that was going to go through. So yeah, Ashe and Janna still chilling at bottom lane. This red buff Misfortune with 3 doors, but oh, I missed first blood. A tower dive from Corki of some form, and Element's barely getting away at the last second. No health left on him. I'm sorry I missed that, guys, but I did not expect Corki to one-on-one tower dive. Element's getting away, picking up first blood, fully healthy, and good stuff from him. So now Kobe24 will move over and take that lane. Has Wriggles on a pink ward, but still no boots. It's going to make his ganks really hard to accomplish if he can't walk up to his opponents. So that's going to really just churn everything back on over. So Hotshot, of course, still top last hits. But the disparity between 47 on Swain and 69 on Corki, those 20 last hits, first blood is worth it. So just caught right back up into that game. Element's now pretty farmed, has Catalyst and a Vision Ward. Still just picking up those utility items, not really built in the offense just yet. The Doubleless will push back. Dyrus going to do what he can to last hit these minions. He's getting himself farmed up. Dyrus picking up a nice amount of gold. 93 right there by 11 minutes. Not too bad. Hotshot the first one to break 100. 100 before 12 minutes is a pretty good mark to make. If you can break it by 12 minutes, you're doing really, really well this game. Because everyone will miss a couple last hits, but if you're really good, you'll get most of those out there. So 12 minutes is a good standard to beat. Hotshot GG. Running a little bit low on mana now as he's been spamming away on these minions. Once he finishes Catalyst, though, that'll help him quite a lot. He should be able to afford it by now. And of course, just last hitting these minions, getting himself quite a bit of mana as well. 52 health per kill, just really keeping him alive in this lane. And oh, an invasion from EG, gonna take over CLG's Golem. They have no idea that this is being killed right now. So bam, Din and Doublelift now each carrying Golem buffs. Dyrus coming back down towards the bottom as well. Looks like CLG was just unaware entirely. There comes the Nocturne gank, and oh, Westrice, you are in trouble, good sir. Trying to get away, is getting just completely destroyed right there. Nothing to gain. Dropped down by Kobe24 and Elements very, very cleanly. And that's a 2-0 score now for CLG, picking that kill. Actually, this is what I like about having Nocturne, is if you see Darkness, you're like, oh, Nocturne's killing someone. You can just press 2 and you're there. it's the easiest thing in the world as a caster is seeing Nocturne participate in the game. He's like, I'm following you because you're killing somebody. And it works great.
Yeah, so. Also a great counter to that ward. They actually have a ward in the top bush, but Nocturne doesn't have to get close enough to that. And he can just ult from outside of the range of that ward. So Corki had no idea. He was pushing his lane very heavily. And it looks like CLG will be able to pick... Oh, no, that was
Epik.
Epik to pick up the first dragon. So they are going to get a little bit of money back there, helping them out. They have been placing some wards around, so they'll negate that. And we are going to see what they can do to this top tower. It looks like they will be able to take it down. And there goes the first tower at 13 minutes, 30 seconds in the game as we are 2-0 in favor of CLG.
Yeah, 2-0 in favor of CLG. 1 turret to one dragon is pretty close. The global gold's only 4 to different, but the map the map positioning advantage from having a turret kill is probably worth more than that 40 gold per player. Now, nice stuff here. Kobe24 is going to drop a ward down into the enemy golem that should be spawning pretty soon. You see Dan Dins has timed out, and I'll guarantee you he has 2 points. At least, you know, down to 10 points in utility to keep himself that Baron buff duration. So that's going to spawn pretty soon, and we'll see when that marker respawns here on the minimap. We'll see it as respawned. We have 3 men down here. Dandin, I don't know if he snuck into the brush in time. I think they know he's there. Besides, Chester and Big Fat GG are quite low, so they're going to be very, very careful about this. They don't want to get picked up by the Amumu. Looks like, I believe Amumu should have his ultimate. I've not seen him into a giant team fight yet, so there could be some scary things going on. Looks like they're going to keep moving on up here. Darius going to dodge a tornado. That shield, though, not going to hold up against his turret. They have a giant minion wave ready to push his turret down. And look at that. It's just dropping so incredibly fast. Down to half health. Taric turning on the ultimate means these minions are getting damaged. The champions are getting damaged. But now they've got to be afraid because Swain's coming by. Nocturne's coming by. Hotshot GG walking by a ward. Sauce, going to get picked up by Kobe24. Will turn on an immediate shield and back out. But Kobe without mana That's going to be dangerous. He still has no boots, and oh, Dan has found
no.
you. Salsa will be able to drop a lot of stun damage. Where's the Tibbers? I don't know, but Elements is in there as well. 4v3 right now. Cho'Gath will nom away onto Doublelift. Doublelift trying to run away as Taric. Looks like he will make it out just barely. The pink ward will get that ward control away from Dragon, but Corki the entire time just pushing top lane. Looks he's going for a... he's actually going to finish Manamune before he even goes Sheen. I think it's a little bit silly. I don't think you gain a lot from finishing Manamune, but you get a lot from finishing Sheen. But, you know, I'll trust him. He's certainly a very good player. The last hitting minion super hard, just charging up that Tear of the Goddess by spamming out on it. He's using all his abilities every time minions are there. And yep, he's going to get this turret kill right here. He's going to dodge Elements, and he will not get blocked out by that Never Move. He's going to keep running away, but Hotshot GG, going to be charging up there. And will he land the Rupture? He will turn around. Rustrise still ghosting, though. Looks like he can make it out quite nicely. Now Dyrus pushed against his turret. Big Fat GG doing some pretty good damage here. And looks like the supports will cross paths. Doublelift and Chowster saying hello to each other. About Chowster rocking a Philosopher's Stone and a Vision Ward. I think that's a mistake right there. Doublelift drops a green ward right where they knew the pink ward was dropped already. It's going to be pretty much a free ward clear right there for CLG. And yep, Epic Gamer going to pick up that Baron. Or not Baron, sorry. He's going to pick up Golem on Sauce. Now Sauce rocking a Rod of Ages and a Golem buff, level 12, having a 71 ability power. And a decent amount of movement speed, so let's see what she can do with that. Gonna last hit minions as best she can. There's the Incinerate out there. Gonna last hit what she can with Disintegrate as well. And she's just stacking up that gold right now. Looks like the minion kills again. 148 in Hotshot GG. Only one on his team to break 100. Kobe24 only rocking 60. Elements only 60. Big Fat GG only 89. But 100, 100, 100. And Amumu actually not too far from Kobe24's kills either. So the gold advantage in terms of minion kills, really, really good for Epik right now. They are super far ahead in individual farm. This Misfortune going to be a force to be reckoned with. 115 kills versus Big Fat GG's 91. That's not too far apart. And in fact, Big Fat GG actually going for the faster BF sword. So in actually total gold spent, he actually might be pretty close by there. So, and here's the thing, right? Is global gold now in the advantage for Epic Gamer? They're up a dragon and they've tied now on turrets. So the global gold for those supports who are not maybe getting stacked right now. Oh, Big Fat GG going to take a ton of damage, taking that stun from Taric. Getting a shield from Janna just in time, and now Doublelift going to take the damage, and oh, here comes Elements! Doublelift not in good shape. Janna flashes and pushes them back into the turret. Great play there by Chowster, using the flash to ensure that kill. Doublelift will go down. I don't believe he was carrying an Oracles, so it's not a huge penalty to get that kill right there, but Doublelift with only 50 minion kills just stacking those Doran's rings, which is really good actually. The AP scales on him very, very well, and of course bonus health and bonus mana regen super good on him, but now they're in good shape. Looks like Westrice moving around on the screen. They did reveal him with a Clairvoyance. He's going to be towing off against Kobe24, who's now finally picked up an item, has picked up boots. We'll see what he can do with that. And he's still rocking out in mid lane. Ooh, Misfortune is putting out the damage, clearing out a minion wave at the bottom of the lane. Doesn't want to have her turret take any damage. It looks like we have the bans in so far for TSM versus Whale. Twisted Fate and Amumu Corki were the Whale bans. Janna, Zillion, Nocturne the bans for Team Solo Mid. So I don't know who's first pick just yet, but we're going to get the picks going through pretty soon. This could be quite powerful. First pick, Vayne for Whale right there. So Whale's first pick. They've grabbed Vayne so far. We're going to see her for pretty much the first time in this tournament that I've seen so far. This could be quite exciting. So Ashe now moves over towards mid. She'll be fighting Sauce, but here's the thing, right? You're not durable, and Sauce is level 13. She can pretty much blow up Ashe whenever she feels like. This is going to be pretty dangerous. Big Fat GG is going to have to be a little bit careful. She should have Ignite as well. Actually, no going Flash Ghost, no Ignite on Annie. I'm surprised a little bit by that. But I guess, you know, since she was fighting against someone like Cho'Gath in lane and not someone like Annie, or sorry, a squishy like Ashe, I guess I sort of believe that she would not go for a burst build and just go for more durability. Corki and Amumu are sort of nearby. They do know that this Golem is up, but of course so does CLG. They're going to try to invade on that brush. They are safe to do so. Looks like they'll be giving Golem to Elements. 3-0 the kill score is pretty good. Looks like Dragon actually is back up. So pretty soon these teams are going to start jockeying for position on Dragon. They're actually not going for Golem yet. They don't have the team ready to go for Golem. That's kind of a big deal, but oh, nice job by Dyrus. They now picked up their second turret kill of the game. Global advantage is very good for Epic Gamer, but champion kill is still 3-0 for CLG. Looks like Elements will pill back to the base. He will pick up what looks like to be Sorcerer's Shoes and then going for Rod of Ages. And he's just running down there, going for that Rod of Ages. They do not have the reveal here. Epic Gamer does not know exactly how this fight is going down. And, oh man, Dandin walking into a blind fight. Looks like, yes, Elements has that kill, and here we go. Dandin not in good shape, gets nommed. Dandin in bad shape, still silenced, gets the open out just in time, and oh my gosh! 2 are dead right away, and Dan still made it out! Oh, wow! 3 kills for nothing, I can't believe that. Dan got so low, but the Misfortune ult did so much damage. Dan refusing to die, and Epic Gamer taking over the dragon right now.
It's gonna be the second carry for that dragon.
Yep, 2 dragons to 0, 2 towers to 1, 3 kills to 3. They're in great shape right now.
So we got our team picks as well for the other game.
Those went by fast. So Whale picked up Vayne, Nunu, Evelynn, Jax, Taric. That's right, you didn't expect any of those. Evelynn and Jax being the pickup. Vladimir, Jarvan, Alistar, Cho'Gath, Trundle, though, is the pickup for Team Soul Mid. Looks much more standard. Trundle, very underrated player, but Odd One loves playing Trundle. Vladimir, Jarvan, Alistar, Cho'Gath, not surprising picks at all. This is kind of a lineup you'd actually expect to see. Rainman just continuing to play that Jarvan. Looks like Kayak's going to be playing that Jarvan. Reginald going to be on Twisted Fate. And that's finished the entire lineup there, so cool beans for you guys. Dad's going to pick up a new Lizard buff for himself. I believe he did pick up a lot of buffs from that last double kill in the previous fight, so he's just going to save that for Corki. Look at that. Corki's going to run across the map and pick up Lizard buff. Epic Gamer making sure they split up their buffs quite well, and they're in great shape here. Corki has only a mana immunity, but does have an elixir of agility ready to be used if he needs it. He's going to peel back and maybe pick up part of Sheen now. Let's see what Corki's going to do. Nope, not picking up items, just going to save up on some mana. Oh no, does pick up Sheen after all. So Berserker Screeds, Doran's Blade, Sheen Mana Muna, 1,800 mana. It's going to be a lot of bonus damage there. 36 on the Mana Muna. Good 56 damage there picked up total. I'm sure it's pronounced like Manamune or something like that. Like it's like Mana. I don't know, to be honest.
It's one of those 5 name things.
It's one of those multiple syllables from a different country that I just can't really do.
Rabinoodle's Death Cap.
Rabinoodle's Death Cap. So Hotshot GG trying to come in on a double lift. They just barely missed the arrow, but they do clear that ward right there thanks to Chowster's Oracle's Elixir. Is rocking a Heart of Gold and a Philosopher's Stone. So lots of gold over time. Meanwhile, double lift just picking up an Oracle's Elixir for himself, just building otherwise durability there, and some utility spec for him as well. So.
Right now, we're 22 minutes into the game, 3-3 as the kills are all tied up. A pretty early game coming out of the hands of CLG, but we can see EG kind of coming back here. It doesn't matter about those early kills if you have good late focus and you can get your creep score up. They have 2 dragon controls already, which is that global gold. You got to get the experience you got to be next to it to get the experience. So they've actually had at least 3 to 4 members on that dragon every time. So it's really helping. And it looks like at a level 10 to 12, they could be trying to force a fight here at Baron. Looks like they're actually just clearing out the ward, and they're going to get out of there.
But they can bait this. They're actually going to stay
definitely
put.
Could.
They're almost definitely going to stay put. They're actually moving out a little bit. Looks like Sauce wants to find some farm or find some enemies. I guess you're going to loop back around to the right. But they have such strong initiation. They have Amumu, they have Annie, they have Misfortune. They have 3 strong stun R buttons. And between Annie and Amumu, they can lock someone up for the entire Misfortune ult. You see Dyrus with 196 damage, plus 113 as the items are so far. And of course, Taric can give him some more bonus damage with his ultimate as well. So there's a lot of damage that can come from this. And Big Fat GG, though, still not ready to get his own Infinity Edge. He has the BF Sword and the Cloak of Agility, but still not with the pickaxe. So he's behind right now in items. Misfortune, played by Dyrus, very far ahead in this game. Has upgraded boots, has more Doran's Blades, has the Infinity Edge, and even has elixirs. They're in just such great shape right now. Epic Gamer completely controlling the map now. They're doing great for themselves, and they're just in the lead in game 1. They just flat out are in the lead. So let's see what they can do with this right now. They're running around. Oh, they found Cho'Gath. That's why. Dan didn't get a run up from the jungle. Here comes the ghost from Hotshot GG. Candyland the Vanish Saws. No, he will flash away. That's a good play right there by Hotshot, but he's now lost both of his neutral buffs. Or sorry, not neutral buffs, but both of his summoner spells.
Yeah, being able to rat pack as much as EG is right now and just run around the map, you can see CLG being zoned out from their lanes pretty much. They have lost 3 turrets to the 1 turret lost on EG's side. So there's more global gold, a very good push in each lane. They can just go back and farm if they need to without the worry of somebody coming up behind them. They have great ward placement right now, as well as dragon control that is back up, so we may see somebody going for that sometime in the near future. And we have all 5 members of EG coming through the jungle by Wraiths. They will start to set up for this. Element's almost walking into the jungle, but changing his mind, and he may do it. It looks like Hotshot is waiting there for something to happen. The great hawk shot by Big Fat GG, and that will be a foiled attempt had a gank attack from all 5 members of EG.
Yeah, between Clairvoyance on Janna, which
Yeah.
I'm sure is mastered to 20 utility, and Hawkshot on this Ashe, they've got such amazing ability to control the map. As much as they're running around with oracles and clearing wards out, they've got the great potential to just do... Yeah, wait for him to go over. There you go. Now you're good. There's no Nocturne on that one, or is there?
No.
Nocturne was banned. Okay, great. So, yeah, ask them if they're ready. We're going to have Game 2 of Disciple of the Great Warlord and Team Solo Mid underway pretty soon. And meanwhile, we see Annie rocking out in mid lane, is picking up a lot more items now, has a Doran's Ring pick up, and now going needlessly large rod. Going to be getting closer and closer to that Rabbidan's Death Cap, and Saul's just a great mage player. We saw him last year at WCG, and of course the team making a comeback, going for it again. And they're in pretty good shape here, so they're going to push as far as they can. It's actually really convenient. It's actually kind of funny. This is basically a rehost of the WCG USA finals last year, and it's almost the entirely same team. Like, CLG hasn't changed one bit. And we picked up. Oh, hey, here comes a team fight though. Dan getting in the way, and oh, he's gonna take an arrow to the face, but he's pretty durable. What will they do with this? A lot of damage. Oh, Cho'Gath's gonna nom him. Will they get the kill? He's still not dead. Yes, they'll pick up that kill, but Kobe24 in bad shape. He's gonna try to run away. He will flash back. They're safe here. Elements turning back onto bird form. They've got to be careful because Dyrus and Westright both have tons of damage. So does Sauce. There's a free kill right there. They've pulled back their main initiate. EG cannot do a lot here. They do not have the ability to really push to another fight. That said, Ashe's arrow is of course down as well, so that means something, but she does have Infinity Edge, so that's chill. Here we go, the Rod of Ages and the boots are done on Swain. Cho'Gath's going to be rocking out a Heart of, or not a Heart of Gold, but a Frozen Heart pretty soon. He's going to be super powerful on him, going a Heart of Gold Banshees, or I keep saying it, Frozen Heart Banshee's Veil. Alright, and here we are. We do have the load screen coming up pretty soon. Yeah, Team wasn't picked, was he? Yeah, then we're good. Alright, so we see Swain picking up a couple more neutral buffs right here, doing what he can around the map. Looks like Cho'Gath running through as well. Annie getting spotted in mid lane. Big Fat GG does not have Ashe. Will the Rupture go off? It will almost land. They were trying to get Sauce. Oh, and she flashed away the root. Okay, good play there. Big Fat GG try to get the initiate. Try to flash out for some slows. Swain showed up on the side, but Sauce had to just recall out. He's actually doing that right now, yeah. But had to flash away. It looks like Hotshot GG sort of in the back of his team. They're going to go back over towards their side of the map. Clairvoyance comes down from Epik. They see that they're not going for Baron right now. Teams are pretty safe. Giant mini wave at bottom, actually. If someone has teleport, and of course no one does, they clear that one out. But the thing is, if Corki leaves to do that, to go clear it, CLG will just go for a Baron attempt, and they can probably push him out of that. So this might be, I don't think it'll quite kill the turret, but it'll do something. This will do a lot of damage to this turret right here, down at the bottom. And let's see what they can do with this.
We have Taric rewarding Baron right there to stop CLG from trying to attempt that. And we are going to see all 5 members pretty much on their sides of the map right now, making sure their jungles are clear. 2 wards from EG in the jungle next to blue and the right side of mid lane on bottom in CLG's jungle. So they pretty much have control over that blue if anything goes to happen. And we are going to see a pretty much 4-man push mid as Corki went down low to get that farm, as Freak said before. And it looks like the wards they do have are making them aware that they are going towards the Baron. They could be going to force a fight here. And we're going to have to see what they come up with. Not a lot of movement from EG and mid to give away that they know they're there. But you can see that CLG is just trying to pull that. Taric will set down a ward in the bush, pretty much giving them the idea that, yeah, we know you're there. Looks like CLG is going to move into the jungle, try to catch somebody off guard. But here we go. We could have a 5v5 coming up. All the members are there. There will be an initiation rupture. Nevermore on to Amumu. He was not able to get that bandage toss off. Nothing will really be initiated there. They don't so much like the position they are in, and it looks like both teams back off, trying to get that poke damage in. Taric is really going to help with that as he's just able to throw out those heals. Janna is really only going to be able to use her ultimate in this one, and that usually affects the fight. If you're trying to stun the crystal arrow out, and it goes on to Amumu, going on the initiator with the initiate. And we're going to have to see what happens here. Cho'Gath in the middle of the fight, taking a few shots from Corki and Misfortune. Double lift, taking a lot of damage here. He does have Swain on him, and it looks like Hotshot GG may fall in this fight. Dan going down as it looks like Kobe trying to get out before he goes down. Flashed on, and he will be taken out by Taric by the Dazzle. And it looks like Taric getting out just in time with the heal on himself. Westrice trying to Valkyrie over, and it looks like he may be able to take down Ashe. Will the Gatling reach? Does he have another ultimate to fire off? GG making it through the bush, and he is able to take him out. Westrice with a great follow and a valiant attempt on that one as he's able to take it out. After the attack, they are able to take down the red, so that's a little more in your face as well. And a very good back and forth fight by Baron. It went all the way into CLG's jungle, and they were able to start that one off very well. 30 minutes into the game, 5-5 now. But it is still EG with the upper hand on those turrets at this time.
Yeah, great play right there. Brought it back to 5-5. It was a little bit weird. EG's positioning was silly because they kind of walked into the Baron Cove and were like, yeah, we're just going to stick ourselves in here and like get jumped on. I guess it was kind of cool because what they ended up doing with that is they stood in a place where they knew they had no vision, right? Like if you sort of go back and forth, right, you can sort of see him down the way. You know, CLG has wards here. You jump into this cove, which prevented any like targeted initiate. They could kind of guess what was going on. They actually probably should have tried to like tag Baron in that fight and then like backed out and held them. Like there was the possibility of just CLG coming in here and letting Volley strike Baron. Oh, and they're going for it. They're going for Baron right now, but they don't see the wards there because Chaz was far away. They don't know they've been spotted. There's a clairvoyance. They're probably gonna back off now. Yeah, they should be very, very afraid. Ashe is not there yet, but they could get jumped on by Salsa and Dan. Here comes the arrow. It barely misses. Dan's in though, in the middle, and he shouldn't have an ult yet. He should be down still. So they had a good chance of just going for it, but the Ashe arrow missing was very, very harsh, and they were going to be stuck in a very small choke point. And EG had exits to the right, to the left, to the bottom, even flashed over the wall. CLG had running up to get away, so it was a really bad place to be, and no escapes available. So I understand why that was happening like that, and that's going to work out just fine for them. Looks like Element's going to go for another golem pickup. He should be fine with that. Still only the Rod of Ages, though. Has not picked up a lot more since. We look at his kill score. Finally up to 112. 230 on Hotshot. But, you know, Corki and Annie are still right on his tail. Amumu actually getting out-farmed finally by Nocturne. Nocturne breaking the 100 mark as well. So we got 400 counts. Or I guess 300s and 1 200 for CLG. 2 200s and 1 100 for EG. So I don't know. It's still a lot of minion kills there. It's just going to be pretty great. So EG actually going into the initiate. They're going to go over towards the top jungle. And yeah, again, you see the Cho'Gath sitting in the bush, everyone else sitting behind. That old trick's going to work pretty well for him. The new ward, though, for EG, we'll see if there's any movements going on. And we'll see what happens. They're just still camping this brush. Lizard won't respawn for a long time, and both teams know it, so it's a little bit weird that they would stand there. I think they're hoping that someone would come towards top wave, maybe. But, ooh, they've got ward control over Baron. They're going to have to clear that one out, but after that, CLG's far. CLG's far, so they have a lot of ability to screw with them. There's a ward there, so they see that nothing's going on. Double Lift will get the... Oh, he didn't see it. He didn't know it's there, so CLG knows exactly what's going on.
We're going to have to see what they can do with this one. It looks like Cho'Gath was really the only one to push out. They're not going to really want anything to do with that right now. No reason to go up towards Baron and get out of position or put yourself in danger at this point in time. You can see Elements coming down, or going down to get that bottom wave before it does a lot of damage to that turret. There's 2 minion waves he's just going to be able to farm up on. That'll help him out a lot. Swain is a nice person to have that is beefy. And it looks like 5 members of EG are on their side of the jungle towards red, as CLG just kind of tries to clear out their jungle, which they notice has already been cleared out by EG. And that's quite unfortunate.
Yeah. So EG doing a great job clearing the jungle out entirely. They're definitely getting themselves a little bit farther ahead. We're hitting the 33-minute mark in this game right now. And a little bit of action, a fair amount, and basically a lot of neutral jockeying. The entire game has been about who can sort of control Baron, who can put new wards down and then kill them with oracles. There have been so many wards in this area. The entire game has sort of been about this, really. They have a lot of persistent damage up on both sides that can really drop down Baron. So both teams, knowing that they can kill it very quickly, both teams have to be very, very careful about that. So, interestingly enough, Glacial Shroud not being upgraded to Frozen Heart. He's actually going for a Chain Vest for like a Sunfire Cape. I would have really thought upgrade to Frozen Heart just to stop Corki and Misfortune's damage output, but I guess he's going to know better than I am. He's going to go for just pure tankiness instead of the CC, or the soft CC for Frozen Heart. And just move on. Looks like Dyrus and Westrise still just farming down these minions. Looks like, yep, up to a Trinity Force now, onto Corki. Misfortune hasn't really rocked out any new major items yet, but has a Negatron Cloak. Might be going for Banshees with that one. And, oh, First Blood just picked up by Odd One in Team Solo Mid versus Whale. Looks like they dove bottom turret with 3 and barely got away from that one. Golem buff being picked up now for EG. They're going to go ahead and just take that Golem very nicely. Getting revealed by the Hawk Shot, but Annie's going to get herself a nice Golem buff. And that's going to work out quite well for her.
Both teams playing very patient at this point in time and very careful, leaving nothing to chance. Still 5-5 for pretty much the past 10 minutes of the game. Nobody's really been able to come up with a kill. Nobody's really initiated. We saw that fight up top near Baron. It was about 5 minutes ago, so not 10 minutes. There has been some action, but nobody really wants to initiate. CEG doing a very good job of keeping Corki and Annie in the back until the fight really has to happen. You know, they focused Cho'Gath on that first one. Were able to take him and make sure he was out of the fight, and that's why they were able to push into CLG's jungle, take down Ashe, get their carry out of the game, lose a little bit of XP, kind of start leveling over these guys. Right now, Annie is 18, and Dan Din and Double Lift are 12. The other team has a Cho'Gath, and there is the Crystal Arrow coming out of the hands of Ashe. Looks like they will pop up and try to focus the tank right at first with Taric there being able to heal. This may not be their best choice in favor, and they wasted just one ultimate on that one. I do not believe Cho'Gath went for the Nom, and they are just going to put some pressure onto this turret. Dustbringer coming out of the hands of Kobe, just trying to get that poke damage down. Taric able to negate that. And it looks like a very strong 5-man push here coming in. An ulti coming out of the hands of Corki as he tries to get some poke damage down, just missing the last one. Westrice here on the beginning of that initiation. Looks like they're kind of going to back off. Misfortune kind of leaving herself out front to get a few of the cooldowns out from the other team, but nobody was biting. Looks like they will just back off on this one and start to head towards Baron.
This is really smart. They have a really good chance at Baron right now because they've got the CLG far enough away and they have enough damage of it they could go for it, even while being seen. So, because here's what's up, right? Like, Ashe and Nocturne both have no ultimates up, and they have all of theirs. They're actually, well, they don't have Amumu's, but they can bait them right into this push, and this is actually really good for them. They can keep going in, and they can chase down on this guy. Unfortunately, they don't have a lot of CCs available because they have to land that Taric or Amumu stun, and those aren't the easy things to do in the world. Here we go. They are jumping right onto Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath's getting down about half health, still running away, though. That Force of Nature going to keep him alive quite well. Dan, though, still taking lots of damage. He's pretty durable, and the Ashe Arrow's back up. Darius has been caught. Oh, but the anti-Tibbers coming out, blowing people up. Chaucer getting everyone out of the way as fast as he can, but Chaucer going to get dropped down. Saul's picking up elements. Saul's trying to run away, and looks like he will be able to, getting healed by Taric. That was 3 kills for nothing. 8-5 the kill score. Westrice diving onto Cho'Gath right now. Now going to drop down to this turret, so he's going to try to kill Hotshot GG in time. Well, not actually. The Nom coming out just barely. Dan Din staying alive against his turret. They're going to get a turret kill out of this, I'm pretty sure. They're going to be a little bit afraid of getting destroyed by Ashe Cho, but they have the ability. Oh, they're going for Dragon instead. They're saying, look, we know turrets are always going to be there. I would actually done that differently. I would have just gotten the turret right here and then done Dragon because they would have both been safe. And the top wave is huge. Yeah, there are a couple of turret kills they could have gone for here. The Dragon is still worthwhile. They're going to actually, yeah, they're going to recall back now. So the basic game plan, I think, was we're going to take Dragon and go heal because we don't want you to take Baron. Like, if you ace a team and you stay out too long and you're still low from that previous fight, you're now no longer able to fight a 5v5 and the other team can go Baron. They're being really, really conservative with this. I really think they could have gotten the free turret still, regardless, and still killed Dragon and still healed in time. But yeah, they're playing a really safe game. 6-8 the kill score. A little bit of a silly dive from Westrice trying to pick up Cho'Gath. Oh well, you know, he tried, but yeah, you know, it gave him a bit of a disadvantage there. Where now it was a 4v2, and he was gonna be the last one to respawn. So there's a time of it being a 4v5 as well. Yeah. That last fight from CLG, getting a little bit of false security, the Rupture was able to stop MF's ult right away. Forgetting that Annie also had the AoE stun and just dropped Tibbers on him. We saw their health melt, so CLG has to be very careful about that initiation next time. Just because you stop the one AoE ult doesn't mean you can run in and make things happen, and EG backed themselves up very good on that. So now Control and forcing the Baron fight here. They will start to attack. Cho'Gath will show himself at this point in time, and they show that from the bandage toss. It looks like they will be able to try to go for Cho'Gath here. The bandage toss cooldown is down right now, and they're just pretty much going to push him off, let him know that, you know, we can control Baron a little bit. You guys are coming in here. We're going to start the fight again, and that's how it's going to happen. Tibbers should still be down, so if they really wanted to initiate, now would be the time, but they were a little out of position and strung out around their jungle. Yeah, but Annie's getting pretty farmed. She's almost got Void Staff now. She's less than 1,000 gold away from that. That's going to just beast through this 140 MR Cho. Actually, not so much on this this poor little Janna. A little bit squishy, but yeah, you know, it's still working in there. You know, actually, wow, this team is not building any magics except from Cho'Gath. And the thing is, their damage output is almost all magic. Like, Misfortune and Corki hit pretty hard, but Annie's the real carry here, and they're not building any MR yet. I think it's just because they're behind in farm. They've been trying to get offensive items and have not been able to transition over to like a Banshee's Veil, but it's really hurting them right here. We see Dan Din just staying in the front, and he will get that ultimate. He will hit Big Fat GG, and he will hit Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath trying to run away, still getting chased down as hard as he can, and that damage is starting to add up, and yeah, he's going to drop down. Ashe Arrow comes out, doesn't hit any champions, and Epik Gamer now getting a free golem buff, and oh man, it's going quite well for them. Yeah, very powerful jungle runs here by EG. They're only showing a few people, but they have enough stuns to make it count and allow the team to come up and really start to help on that. Cho'Gath, one of the beefiest characters right now, just losing a third of his stacks to that. The whole team was able to just take him down. You actually saw his health dropping quite quickly, and he really needed his team to keep him backed off. Just couldn't do it. Taric was healing his team on the way, and now with Cho'Gath out of the question, they are really just going to get that free Baron right now. This is good from them. They managed to catch someone out finally. It took a long time because of how much global vision CLG has, but there we go. There's the CV. He could flash Smite Steal. Can he do it? No. Nice try. I saw it hit 600. If he had perfect reflexes, he could have done that. But oh well, nice try. So the Baron buff does go to Epic Gamer. They're gonna have a new Golem buff to kill right here. That's gonna be quite nice for all that team. Looks like they're gonna give that one probably to Taric. Actually, he's probably the most deserving of Golem buff at this point. I mean, Annie as well probably be worthwhile, but looks like it's just gonna go to Taric. Taric keep that ultimate on a little bit longer. More attack damage to Corki and to Misfortune, which just makes a lot of sense. You know, you've got this champion who gives AD to a lot of guys, so why not have 2 AD champions? Would have been even funnier if their jungler happened to be Nocturne instead of Amumu, just so you have 3 AD champions in there, but regardless, still some pretty good stuff. It's like, yeah, Cho'Gath just spamming down these minions, getting his stacks back up to 4. Does have that Frozen Heart finally, that's good for him. Update on the kill score, 3-0. Team Solo Mid up 3-0 so far. Looks like I have not seen any real dragon or tower kills yet, though, so 3-0 kill scores we saw from this game doesn't mean a whole lot. So Epik now up by 3, 9-6 their kill score. You know, we have 2 tower kills for CLG finally, but it's against 3 towers and 2 dragons, or 3 dragons now, from Epik. So by pretty much every measurable metric, Epik is winning this game. And yeah, their minion kills are just growing farther and farther. Wow. They have 3 players above 200 minions now. They're just getting
almost
way
reaching
up there.
300.
Yeah, they have 3 people almost reaching 300 minions. They're just so far ahead in gold. And this is just it's going farther and farther in their favor. And I think I don't want to harp on Elements by any means, but like he lost his lane, even though he got first blood, right, which was a great move by him. He baited him into the turret, got the kill with Ignite, but he lost the lane by virtue of the fact that he just couldn't get minion kills or really any champion kills. Like, even with Kobe 24 ganking and blowing his summoner spells down, was just not able to do you know, a lot. I mean, he finally did get the second kill. You know, to be fair, Corki did start the game 0-2, and I mean, Elements was a part of both those kills. But there's more to this game than just kills. You know, there's towers and there's all sorts of things. And I feel like Westeros ended up playing that lane a bit better.
Pretty good tower push here by all 5. We can see MF with that Banshee's Veil on, saving herself from anything that comes up from the Cho'Gath Rupture. She will not be able to be stopped in her ultimate now, and that's really good damage we've seen Darius doing throughout the match with his ultimate and that AoE. So we're going to see him coming into big play in this next fight. When Annie goes down, you're going to see that MF all coming out. They have a pretty good minion wave here, and it looks like they will be able to take this tower unnoticed, not unnoticed, but untasked by the CLG team. They will be having to defend this inner inhibited tower at this point. And it looks like they're going to go for this one as well. They have a little bit more chance to stop this one. We see the tornado coming out and hitting Amumu. Not really going to initiate anything. Amumu, somebody just coloring on the ground right there with Nocturne's Dustbringer. And we're just going to see these guys kind of poke at each other right now. Taric's going to be able to negate everything about that. Like I said before, that constant healer as opposed to the Janna heal, which has to come out in the ultimate and kind of break up the team fight, is very, very effective against this type of situation in front of the turret. Looks like the Nevermore goes down and Amumu gets stopped. No, double lift. Yes, that was Taric getting stopped, and he took a lot of damage. The heal helping him out. Hotshot is being the one focused here. Cho'Gath is forced to back off of this fight. GG goes down as Ashe, the carry, is now taken out of the match. And it looks like Chowster is going to have to back off on that one. And he does get taken down. A very nice job on the Valkyrie coming out of the hands of Westeros. He was able to jump on that and use the ulti of Corki to take it down. The inhibitor is now down. The money to the team, and they're going to be able to go for this Nexus right now. I believe this could be it. They have enough, and they will be able to take out the Nexus in Game 1 with EG versus CLG.
Wow, Epic Gamer proving themselves better than the 7th and 8th seed that they were given. Just completely going through and destroying faces right now. 1-0 on CLG. Team Solo Mid 1-0 on Disciples of the Great Whale Lord, and we're going to have this continuing to move on. This is, of course, double elimination tournament. Even if CLG does lose this best of 3, they will be able to fight back to the loser bracket against teams like potentially Disciples of the Great Whale Lord, and should work pretty well. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to host up the next